Can you believe the hack of that cheating rat, Vanessa? Oh, I wonder how she got roped into that scheme. You never had any trouble with girls, did you, Igor?
No.
Yes, they're quite drawn to your...
fungal infections and hernias and case of diarrhea.
Oh, you get all the ghouls, Igor. But there's some women who would never be attracted to repugnant little scabs like you. There's some women who care for nothing but their dusty old books. You can't be serious. Is there a convention in town? Why was I not invited? You! Who are you? No. I know you. It's that girl. Laurie Strode.
It's Nancy Thompson.
Oh, no, I'm Sidney Prescot.
Sidney Prescot. Sidney, is that not a boy's name?
Please, I need to call the police.
Oh, that's fine, darling. We'll help you. Igor, give Sidney the phone. Let her call the police. Don't worry, darling. We're here for your assistance.
Thank you.
Igor won't bite. Not unless I ask him to. Answer the phone, Sidney.
Hello?
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No.
Deep in thought.
No!
I don't want them. I want you. It's simple. You show yourself, they survive. You run, they die.
Oh, God.
Don't you want to know, Sidney? Who killed her? Don't you want to know who killed your mother?
I know it was you, you pansy-ass mama's boy!
Wrong answer.
Oh, it's Ghostface! Hold her, Igor!
No!
Hold her! Ghostface! Rip her open! I want to wear her ribcage as a hat!
No!
Oh, I'll have your guts forgotten! Perhaps you should pay a visit to the mad scientist, Igor. He can get you some tentacles you could hold the girl.
Sorry, master!
Return. This particular tale of terror also involves masks, although not as frightful as Ghostface. And you'll find out in this tale of terror I call the Mask of Mandanu.
Dr. Malvena, at last we meet.
Mr. McNeil, I apologize for being late. I had an interview with the National Geographic and we went over time. It's not unusual for us.
Oh, please, Doctor, think nothing of it.
Please, call me Sheila.
Well, then you shall call me Nathaniel.
Have we met before? You look familiar.
I've been following your career for quite some time, Dr. Sheila. I attended your lecture at Trinity College on Sumerian marital rights, and then at Oxford, when you chaired that seminar on ancient Babylonian gods and their incorporation into Aramaic language. A fascinating discussion. You're quite prolific on the academic side.
It's nice to meet a fan.
May I say, you're also an extremely attractive woman. Married, are you?
Mr. McNeil, I appreciate the flattery, but this is purely a business encounter. You claim to have
The Mask of Mandanu. I haven't. But I see no reason why we can't mix a little pleasure with our business. Now, can I interest you in a drink?
Mr. McNeil, if, as you say, you've followed my work for some time, then you're very aware of how eager I am to study this mask.
The mask is over 4,000 years old, and hardly the type of thing one finds just lying around. You'll recognize the carving, the cuneiform inscription, and the decorative arrangement as being straight out of the ancient Babylonian era.
Where is it?
You'll see it in time.
I am very eager to see this mask.
I am aware that you have sought it for over 20 years. You see, I've read all of your books and numerous articles on your investigations into ancient deities and their knickknacks.
How did you find
But
it?
please, indulge an old man. I'd like to know how your journey began.
My journey.
Your journey in search of this artifact that I now possess.
I really don't see how that's from. All right. I first heard about Mandanu while finishing my PhD at Queen's. My dissertation focused on performative rituals in various Babylonian and Akkadian tribes. And I continued to find veiled references to a ceremonial figure called Mandanu, an entity who seemed to reside within and around law and order like a small god of justice or justice of the peace. There were very few references to this entity, no solid grounding in the mythological pantheons, so I dismissed it as a fad of the times. Gods come and go, you know.
Alive in other forms, perhaps.
I continued my research, and references to Mandanu resurfaced. Although mainly in footnotes and laundry lists of defunct deities, but the name was curiously associated with performative events, ceremonial events.
Storytelling.
No. It wasn't for entertainment. The name was present in historical tablets, in judiciary proceedings, in trials of wicked kings and sorcerers. Any individual who transgressed the religious law was subject to be punished by the state. And this figure of Mandanu was usually invoked, almost referred to as if it were present. Not in the same manner as Utu, Marduk, or Ishtar, the major omnipresent deities, but physically present.
And what do you believe this represents?
Well, after studying Sumerian cuneiform on specific monuments and pillars, I confirmed that Mandanu was acknowledged, appreciated, required. Not as prominent as other gods, nor venerated in any way, but present in civic proceedings. And in order for that to be possible, I theorized that Mandanu as a messenger for the gods to be visible could only be possible through
A mask!
yes, a ceremonial mask similar to those worn by the Hopi Indians when they reenact origin stories of their tribes. They are not acting as the entities. They are the entities, physical embodiments of deity. The Mask of Mandanu seems to serve the same purpose, but this time, a ritualized reincarnation of justice. For Babylonian gods to assume a human form and engage with civic proceedings, this would be a shift in their religious practices we imagine them to have. I've made references, allusions to this theory, but, well, I'm aware of how perilous academia can be when unfounded allegations are made.
Other academics move in for the kill.
Like a shiver of sharks.
To discredit your ideas in the hopes of galvanizing their own, correct?
Exactly. My thesis on Mandanu would conflict with and redefine centuries, millennia of established academic thought. To make allegations like that without proper supporting evidence, to make it all so willy-nilly, that would be academic suicide. My entire reputation would be meat for the wolves, for the sharks.
I see. You said redefine.
And I meant it, yes.
How so?
There isn't an abundance of authentic text from that particular epoch of human history. The Epic of Gilgamesh, the Babylonian epic inscribed on stone tablets, it details the visitation of the gods and Kiju's forced evolution from wild man to a more orderly entity. But is there a further, perhaps spiritual evolution that culture achieved? Could this be by assuming the role of a god, wearing a mask that symbolizes his power and presence? That changes the balance of power, because then the man in the mask would be the god, and his decisions would have much more weight.
Much more influence.
I believe that the Mask of Mandanu is a catalyst, something that started the shift away from polytheistic pantheons, the raft of the gods, celestial democracy, and it paved the way for a more monotheistic religion, a heavenly hierarchy with one solitary god ruling the roost, and a select band of individuals declaring his will.
And becoming God.
Yes.
So the Mask of Mandanu represents this God?
No. The mask is a symbol for that transformation. The mask is a trigger, it's an artifact, a tool, a construction. Man doesn't appear, but man makes it appear so through this. Art of disguise, and assumes a new level of power and control.
Your intellect and your drive are very impressive, Dr. Morgan. If you could prove all this, you could revolutionize interpretations of ancient history, change our understanding of the monotheistic religions, even the Abrahamic religions.
I know.
The Mask of Monotheism. The birth of drama.
Well, not as theatrical as that.
To have accomplished all of this, you must have been very young when you embarked on this path.
I was. I departed for my first expedition immediately after my graduation. I would have been 26, a lifetime ago.
Many women of that age would be thinking about settling down, perhaps finding a husband, starting a family.
Well, not that it's relevant, but I was engaged to be married after my graduation. But
You chose Mandanu instead.
I choose my professional career over my personal life, yes. I don't regret it. But there's your journey, and now I'm here. So now you tell me, who are you, and how did you get the mask before I did?
For that, my dear, we're going to need another drink. Who am I, and how did I find the fabled mask? Excellent questions. Well, and this may surprise you, but you and I have a great deal in common. We're both ambitious, even obsessive. I'm a very obsessive man, Sheila. Once I set my sights on something, I cannot be deterred. It was through you that I first became aware of the existence of the mask, in a colorful but detailed footnote in your first book. The Mask of Mandanu, the mask of justice, the mask that elevates man to godlike status. I became quite enamored with it, the idea of possessing it. Now, I lack your fine education and scientific expertise, but I do possess significant financial resources. So, I hired archaeologists, social anthropologists, and cultural historians, and I funded my own quest.
And they found the mask before I did. Please, Mr. McNeil. I find that very hard to believe.
But it was because of you that we found the mask. I said I was following you, and I meant it quite literally. And please, do call me Nathaniel.
What do you mean, following me?
Following in your footsteps, geographically and scientifically. Reviewing all of your research and field data. It was that graduate student, the handsome big fellow, Rafferty.
Dennis.
Yes. He went away on one of your expeditions and then remained on as your close personal assistant for some time. He was in my employ.
Are you telling me that Dennis
Was paid to share all of your findings with me. Yes. And he was cheap, just £3,000.
Snake! You thieving, treacherous snake!
There was no treachery on my part, Dr. Mulvaney. It was just business. Now hold fire there. I still haven't told you where I found the mask. But I won't if you create a scene. Your behavior is quite undignified, Doctor.
Go on.
Splendid. I'll just freshen up first, if I may. Now, where were we?
Where did you find the mask?
Ah, yes. After your team had finished excavating the site, my team received your data and reviewed your analysis, albeit with far greater equipment.
And they found the mask on one of my sites. I was thorough. I exhausted every possible avenue. No stone was unturned.
Yes, you were quite meticulous. I was informed of that. However, it wasn't at one of your sites that we found the mask. Rather a clue as to where it might be.
Where?
Palmyra.
Impossible! Impossible. Palmyra was covered with a fine-tooth comb 1,000 times over. There is no way that it could have been there.
But it was. Buried almost 3/4 of a mile beneath the surface.
What clue? What did I miss?
The burial chambers in the Aruk.
There was nothing there! Pelts, feathers, cobwebs, decayed tools.
Ah! But what kind of pelts? What kind of feathers? From what species?
What?
You weren't that thorough, Sheila. You see, as it turns out, certain of the insect fragments found in the oils did not belong to the topology of Aruk. Even in modern-day Iraq, these species still aren't indigenous. So, if they were brought in, bought, traded, where would they be bought from? Where else but one of the most ancient trading markets known to man?
Palmyra. Why there? Why would it be there?
Oh, who knows? Perhaps centuries after the god's power had waned, it was bought over by some desperate priest just wanting to make a little money.
And what do you intend to do with it now?
I am an obsessive man. However, once I had the object of obsession in my hands, I ceased to care for it that much. So often the way, don't you find?
So what? It will just gather dust in your attic, in your trophy room? Possibly the most significant archaeological find of the millennium just wasted?
No, Sheila. Not quite. You see, I am quite prepared to hand the mask over to you, my dear.
What? Why? What's in it for you?
Oh, there's a price, there's a cost. You see, you claim the mask will revolutionize our understanding of the origins of religion itself, the find of the millennium. Well, it will be my name that goes down in history as having made that find. I, Nathaniel McNeil, and you, Dr. Mulvina, will be my messenger. You will write a new book, a comprehensive analysis of the Mask of Mandanu and its transformative role in the history of humankind. The mask that carries the voice of a god. And you may study the mask to your heart's content. However, you must understand that it will be I, and not you, who is remembered for having made this seismic discovery.
I want to see the mask.
As you wish. I'll pay your bill.
Very impressive home you have, Mr. McNeil.
I bought it from a horse trader. I like the topiary in the grounds around the estate, so I made him an attractive offer.
Is that?
That which you seek.
And are we?
I think you've waited quite long enough, don't you? Be my guest. Behold, the Mask of Mandanu.
It's magnificent. It's exactly as I imagined. The cuneiform then.
It's all right. Why don't you put it on?
What? Don't be preposterous. This is a historical artifact. That would be...
Sacrilegious? Oh, don't tell me you're afraid of the wrath of the gods now, Sheila. Besides, I imagine no woman has ever worn a mask. I don't mind, and I can see you're tempted. Do you feel any different, Sheila?
I can't see. There's no eye hole. There's air holes. Mr. McGrory, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just giving you what you've always wanted. I'm giving you just what you deserve.
What? This isn't funny, Mr. McGrory. Get this off me now.
No, it's not coming off. It won't be coming off.
Get it off!
Scream all you want, girl. There's no one to hear you. Look familiar, did I? Around the eyes? Around the nose, maybe? No, not me. My son! My son! Who you abandoned at the altar, who drank himself silly and finally hanged himself while you chased after this goddamn mask! I followed you, Sheila. Oh, I followed you. And when I learned of the mask and your passion for it, I decided to crush you with it. No! Told you I was obsessive. I planned to bash your brains in, smash your pretty face in with this relic. The mask of justice. Oh, it was perfect. But then I learned of the true secret of the mask. Oh, Sheila. Sheila, you presumptuous and pedantic little bitch. Mandanu, the god of justice. No, not quite. No, the cuneiform engraved on this mask put a different name to that face. The god of divine punishment. Cobwebs. That's what you found in Uruk, wasn't it? The cobwebs of a certain species of spider renowned for its venom. A spider particularly voracious and aggressive that likes to make caves out of skulls. They'll enjoy feasting on your beautiful big brain, Sheila. You wanted Mandanu! You got Mandanu! Meet your maker!